Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the International Conference on Animal, Veterinary Medical Health Sciences, Well-being, Animal Rights, Advocacy, Animal Protection, Conservation, Environment, Ecosystems, Disaster Management, Rehabilitation, and Sustainable Development 2020, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, celebrating 77 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030, and also World Animal Day 2024, World Animal Week, and World Animal Month 2024, with the theme Raising the Status of Animals to Improve Welfare Standards around the globe, in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing, and international and national fraternity. So we welcome you all on the third day of International Conference. Before we start today's commemorations and sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. Today, we will look at animal welfare in India, and especially Animal Welfare Board of India, which is a statutory advisory body on animal welfare laws and promotes animal welfare in the country, which was established in 1962 under Section 4 of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960, number 59 of 1960. The Animal Welfare Board of India, which was started under the stewardship of late Srimati Rukmini Devi, well-known humanitarian, from ensuring that animal welfare laws in the country are diligently followed, to provide grants to animal welfare organizations, and advising the government of India on animal welfare issues. The board has been the face of animal welfare movement in the country for the last 60 years. Through its services, board ensures that animal welfare laws in the country are diligently followed, provides grants to the animal welfare organizations, and advises the government of India on animal welfare issues. The board consists of 28 members, including 6 members of parliament, 2 members of parliament from Rajya Sabha, and 4 members of parliament from Lok Sabha. The term of office of members is for a period of 3 years. So the mandate of the organization is to prevent infliction of unnecessary pain or sufferings on animals in terms of provision of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, in short known as PCA Act 1960, And the functions of the Animal Welfare Board of India includes, but not limited to keep the law in force in India for the prevention of cruelty to animals under constant study and to advise the government on the amendments to be undertaken in any such law from time to time, to advise the central government on the making of rules under the Act with a view to preventing unnecessary pain or suffering to animals generally, and more particularly when they are being transported from one place to another, or when they are used as performing animals, or when they are kept in captivity or confinement, to advise the government or any local authority or other person on improvements in the design of vehicles so as to lessen the burden on draught animals, to take all such steps as board may think fit for amelioration of animals by encouraging or providing for the construction of sheds, water troughs, and the like, and by providing for veterinary assistance to animals, to advise the government or any local authority or other person in the design of slaughterhouses or the maintenance of slaughterhouses or in connection with slaughter of animals so that unnecessary pain or suffering, whether physical or mental, is eliminated in the pre-slaughter stages as far as possible, and animals are killed wherever necessary in as humane a manner as possible, to take all such steps as the board may think fit to ensure that unwanted animals are destroyed by local authorities whenever it is necessary to do so, either instantaneously or after being rendered insensible to pain or suffering, to encourage by the grant of financial assistance or otherwise the formation or establishment of pinjar poles, rescue homes, animal shelters, sanctuaries, and the like, where animals and birds may find a shelter when they have become old and useless or when they need protection, to cooperate with and to coordinate the work of associations or bodies established for the purpose of preventing unnecessary pain or suffering to animals or for the protection of animals and birds, to give financial and other assistance to animal welfare organizations functioning in any local area or to encourage the formation of animal welfare organizations in any local area which shall work under the general supervision and guidance of the board, to advise the government on matters relating to the medical care and attention which may be provided in animal hospitals, and to give financial and other assistance to animal hospitals wherever the board thinks it is necessary to do so, to impart education and in relation to the human treatment of animals, and to encourage the formation of public opinion against the infliction of unnecessary pain or suffering to animals and for the promotion of animal welfare by means of lectures, books, posters, cinematographic exhibitions, and the like, and to advise the government or any matter connected with animal welfare or the prevention of infliction of unnecessary pain or suffering on animals. Present board members of Animal Welfare Board of India includes Dr. Abhijit Mitra, Animal Husbandry Commissioner and Chairman, AWBI. He is Animal Husbandry Commissioner and Chairman, AWBI, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, Government of India. And other members include Director General of Forests, Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change, Government of India, the Joint Secretary or his representative, Ministry of Home Affairs, the Joint Secretary or his representative, Ministry of Education, Department of Higher Education, Government of India, Inspector General of Forests, Wildlife, Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change, Government of India. Shri Rajiv Gupta, IAS retired, former Secretary, Department of Youth Affairs, Government of India. Shri Girish J. Shah, Samast Mahajan NGO. Dr. Manilal Valiati, Consultant Animal Welfare and Vice President, Animal Welfare Reliance Foundation. Professor R.S. Chauhan, College of Veterinary and Animal Science, Department of Pathology. Dr. Vaidya Hitesh Jani, Gujarat Ayurveda University. Dr. Mukesh Gupta, Director Representative of ICMR, National Animal Resource Facility for Biomedical Research. Sri Ram Krishna Raghuvamshi, People for Animal, Jan Kalyan Samiti. Sri S.P. Gupta, IAS retired, Founder Chairman, People's Voice, Kamadhenu Gaudam and Kamadhenu Arogya Samsthan. Sri Ajit Sharad Kelkar, Abhinav Center for Development of Agriculture, Human Resources Samiti. Shri Dhanpal Singh, Gayatri Parivar, Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya. Shri Rakesh Gupta, President, Gopal Gausadan. Shri Sunil Manshinka, Gau Vignan Anusandhan Kendra, Devlapur. Miss Anjali Gopalan, founder of Animal Sanctuary, All Creatures Great and Small. The Commissioner or his representative, Municipal Corporation of Guwahati. The Commissioner or his representative, Municipal Corporation of Bangalore, Karnataka, are the present members of the board. So the Constitution of Animal Welfare Board of India shall consist of the following persons, namely the Inspector General of Forests, Government of India, ex officio, the Animal Husbandry Commissioner to the Government of India, ex officio, 2 persons to represent respectively the ministries of central government dealing with home affairs and education to be appointed by the central government, 1 person to represent the Indian Board for Wildlife to be appointed by the central government, 3 persons who, in the opinion of central government, are or have been actively engaged in animal welfare work and are very well known humanitarians to be nominated by the central government, 1 person to represent such association of veterinary practitioners as in the opinion of central government ought to be represented on the board to be elected by the association in the prescribed manner, 2 persons to represent practitioners of modern and indigenous systems of medicines to be nominated by the central government, 1 person to represent each of such 2 municipal corporations as in the opinion of central government ought to be represented on the board to be elected by each of the said corporation in the prescribed manner, 1 person to represent each of these organizations actively interested in animal welfare as in the opinion of the central government ought to be represented on the board to be chosen by each of the said organizations in the prescribed manner, 1 person to represent each of such 3 societies dealing with prevention of cruelty to animals as in the opinion of central government ought to be represented on the board to be chosen in prescribed manner, 3 persons to be nominated by the central government, 6 members of parliament, 4 to be elected by the House of People, Lok Sabha, and 2 by the Council of States, Rajya Sabha. Any of the persons referred to in clause A or 1 or clause B or clause BA or clause BB or of section or subsection 1 may depute any other person to attend of the meetings of the board which have been mentioned earlier. And the central government shall nominate one of the members of the board to be its chairman and another member of the board to be its vice chairman. Reconstitution of the board in the order of chairman and other members of the board hold office till the same date and their terms of office come to an end on the same date. The central government may, by notification in the official gazette, reconstitute as soon as may be after the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Amendment Act 1982, 26 of 1982 comes into force. The board as reconstituted under subsection 1 shall be reconstituted from time to time on the expiration of every third year from the date of its reconstitution under subsection 1. There shall be included amongst the members of board reconstituted under subsection 1 all persons who immediately before the date on which such reconstitution is to take effect are the members of the board, but such persons shall hold office only for the unexpired portion of the term for which they would have held office if such reconstitution had not been made, and the vacancies arising as a result of their ceasing to be members of the board shall be filled up as a casual vacancies for the remaining period of the term of the board as so reconstituted, providing that nothing in this subsection shall apply in relation to any person who ceases to be a member of the board by virtue of amendment made in subsection 1 of subsection 5 by subclause 2 of Clause A of Section 5 of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Amendment Act 1982, which is 26 of 1982. So various gazette notifications in respect of the Constitution of the Animal Welfare Board of India. In respect to reconstitution of the Animal Welfare Board of India, notification date 15 May 2023, which was published on 18th May 2023. And in similar way, 22nd May 2023, it was notified and was published on 30 May 2023. Amendment in the notification SO 2222E dated 15th May 2023, notification date on 1st September 2023, published on 4th September 2023, and amendment in the notification SO 222E dated 15th March 2023, which was notified on 19th September 2024, was published on 7th October 2024. That is recently this month on 7th October. So there are various committees of the board to look after. These include Executive Committee, which constitutes of Chairman, Animal Welfare Board of India, Shri Rajiv Gupta, Member AWBI, Shri Girish Jesha, Member, Shri Sunil Mansinka, Member, Shri Ram Krishna Raghuvamshi, Member, Shri S.B. Gupta, Member, Shri Dr. Hitesh Jani, Member, Dr. Manilal Vilayate, Member, Representative from the Ministry of Finance, and Secretary, Animal Welfare Board of India. ABC Project, Animal Birth Control Project Recognition Committee constitutes of Chairman, AWBI, Professor Dr. R.S. Chauhan, Member, Sri Ram Krishna Raghuvamshi, member. Miss Anjali Gopalan, member. Dr. Manilal Vilayate, member. Dr. H.R. Khanna, Joint Commissioner, DAHD. Dr. Abdul Vakil, Chief Veterinary Officer, GHMC. Dr. Srinivasan, Additional Director, AHD Karnataka. Dr. P.K. Arjun, Director in Charge, NARF, PR. Dr. Ansari, Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, Secretary, AWBI, Assistant Secretary, AWBI. The committee may co-opt one or more members as and when required. Coming to Animal Act and Rules Reviewing and Legal Committee. The committee is constituted of Chairman, AWBI, Shri Girish Jesha, Member, AWBI, Dr. R.S. Chauhan, Ms. Anjali Gopalan, Shri S.P. Gupta, Dr. Manilal Vilayati. These are the members, and Srimati Manisha T. Karla, AOR, Supreme Court, Dr. Harsha Surana, AOR, Supreme Court, Advocate Rajesh K. Gonga, CGSC, Delhi High Court, Shri Kamlesh Shah, Mumbai, Shri Abhay S. Shah, Advocate, Gujarat High Court, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, Shri S.R. Sundaram, Advocate, Chennai, Shri S.N. Kapoor, Advocate, Nagpur, Secretary, AWBI or Assistant Secretary, AWBI. The board may co-opt more members as and when required. Committee for Future Operation and Repair and Maintenance of National Institute of Animal Welfare, in short known as NIAW. Chairman, AWBI, Professor Dr. R.S. Chauhan, member. Shri Girish Jesha, member. Shri Rajiv Gupta, member. Shri Ram Krishan Raghuvamshi, member. Dr. Debalina Mitra, Assistant Commissioner, DAHD, Member Secretary, CZA, that is Central Zoo Authority, Director Wildlife Institute, Secretary, AWBI, Assistant Secretary, AWBI. The board may co-opt more members as and when required. Coming to Committee for Honorary Animal Welfare Representative, Chairman, AWBI, Shri Ram Kishan Raghuvamshi, member, AWBI, Dr. R.S. Chauhan, member, AWBI, Ms. Anjali Gopalan, member, Shri Girish J. Shah, member, Secretary, AWBI, Assistant Secretary, AWBI. Recognition and Grant Committee constitutes of Chairman, AWBI, that is Animal Welfare Board of India, Dr. Vaidya Hitesh Jani, member, Shri Girish J. Shah, member, Shri Sunil Mansingha, member, Shri S.B. Gupta, member, Shri Ram Kishan Raghuvamshi, member, Srimati Anamika Nigam, Under Secretary, representative from Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, New Delhi, Secretary, AWBI or Assistant Secretary, AWBI. Performing Animals Committee constitutes of Chairman, AWBI, Ms. Anjali Gopalan, member, Shri Mahesh Kumar, Regional Officer, CBFC, New Delhi, representative from Wildlife Division, Ministry of Environment and Forests and Climate Change, Dr. Lipi Serival, Assistant Commissioner, representative from Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, New Delhi, Shri Ram Krishna Raghuvamshi, member, AWBI, Human Education Officer, AWBI, Secretary and Assistant Secretary, AWBI. Committee for Inspection of Slaughterhouses constitute of Shri Ram Kishan Raghuvamshi, member, Dr. Manilal Vilayati, member, Dr. Sri Ram Krishan Raghuvamshi is also chairman of the Committee for Inspection of Slaughterhouses. Shri Sudhir Kumar Srivatsa, Inspector General, retired BSF, New Delhi. Dr. Sandeep Jain, Ludhiana. Dr. S.K. Mittal, Mysore. Shri Kamlesh Shah, Mumbai. Shri J.P. Saxena, and representative from the State Animal Husbandry Department of the concerned state, representative of the local bodies, representative from FSSAI, dealing with the subject, representative from APEDA in respect to inspection of APEDA registered slaughterhouses. Awards and Events Committee, headed by Chairman AWBI, Sri Rajiv Gupta, member, Ms. Sanjali Gopalan, member, Sri Girish Jesha, member, Dr. R.S. Sauhan, member, Sri Ram Krishan Raghuvamshi, member, Sri S.B. Gupta, member, Sri Dhanpal Singh, member, Sri Mittal Ketani, Srimati Monica Arora, Secretary, AWBI, Assistant Secretary, AWBI. These are various committees. So presently, Dr. Abhijit Mitra is the chairman and Animal Husbandry Commissioner, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, Government of India. And Dr. S.K. Datta is the Secretary, Animal Welfare Board of India and Joint Commissioner, Ministry of Forest, Animal Husbandry and Dairy. Ms. Prachi Jain is the Assistant Secretary. Dr. S. Bharat Kumar is the Human Education Officer. Dr. S. Sumati is Veterinary Surgeon. Sri Rajesh Kumar Kaushik is Assistant Editor, Establishment Head and Senior Grant Coordinator. And the staff. Coming to organogram or organizational structure, the topmost hierarchy is the chairman, under which the secretary and assistant secretary. Under the chairman, there is secretary. Under the secretary, there is assistant secretary. Down the hierarchy, under assistant secretary, there are various sections like establishment section, account section, legal section, IT section, recognition section, grant section, human education section, editorial section, cruelty section, ABC section, performing animal section, reception, gardener, dairy, and dispatch section, regional office, Chennai. So these are the various sections. And again, within that also, there are various staff. So let's look at various acts. The Umbrella Act, or the act that comprehensively, holistically deals with all animal-related issues, is the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act, the 1960, and its further amendments. And coming to rules, there are various rules like Animal Welfare Board Administrative Rules, 1962, Animal Welfare Board Executive Committee Regulations, 1964, Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Animal Husbandry Practices and Procedures, Rules 2023, Animal Birth Control Rules 2023, Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Egg-laying Hens Rules 2023, the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Pet Shop Rules 2018, Proper Implementation of Prevention to Cruelty to Animals, Regulation of Livestock Market Rule 2017, the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Dog Breeding and Marketing Rules 2017, the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Care and Maintenance of Case Property, Animals Rules 2017, Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Slaughterhouse Rules 2010, Transport of Animals Amendment Rules 2009, Transport of Animals Amendment Rules 2001, Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Establishment and Regulation of Societies for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Rules 2001, Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Slaughterhouses Rules, 2001. Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Transport of Animals on Foot, Rules, 2001. Ban on exhibition, training of 5 performing animals, notified in 1998. Performing Animals Registration Amendment Rules, 2002. Performing Animals Registration Rules, 2001. The Prevention of Cruelty, Capture of Animals Rules, 1979. The Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Registration of Cattle Premises, Rules, 1978. The Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Application of Fines, Rules, 1978. The Transport of Animal Rules, 1978. The Performing Animal Rules, 1973. The Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Licensing of Farriers Rules, 1965. The Prevention of Cruelty to Draught and Pack Animals Rules, 1965. These are various rules and regulations notified from time to time. There are also guidelines with respect to animals, standard operating procedure for using equines as pack animals in hilly mountain terrain dated 29/8/2022. Guidelines for use of muzzle on dogs and care of community dogs dated 17/8/2022. Guidelines for animal shelters with regard to veterinary facilities dated 9/6/2022. Standard operating procedure for proper implementation of prevention of cruelty to animals, care and maintenance of case property animals, Rules 2017, dated 21/2022. Revised guidelines for pet owners and caregivers during COVID-19, dated 14/6/2021. And apart from this, there are various circulars that have been issued from time to time. These include message on World Rabies Day, dated 6 September 2024. Rescue and rehabilitation of animals affected by severe floods in Assam. Public notice regarding ban of dangerous dog breeds, dated 19th March 2024. Public notice regarding the cancellation of nomination as HAWO, HDAWO, HSAWO, HLAWO, dated 26 February 2024. Celebration of Animal Welfare Fortnight 2024 and Jeev Jantu Kalyan Divas on occasion of Vasant Panchami. And similar circulars in earlier years. And there are also various advisories issued in the past. Which includes implementation of animal birth control rules 2023, request for closure of slaughterhouses on auspicious occasion of Mahatma Gandhi Jayanti being celebrated in the country on 2nd October 2024, request for closure of slaughterhouses on auspicious occasion of Dashlakan Parva being celebrated in the country dated 31/8/2024. Request for providing temporary shelter, safeguarding stray animals during monsoon season dated 10th July 2024. Stopping of illegal killing sacrifices of cows, calves, camels, and other animals on the occasion of Bakrid dated 5th June 2024. Request to avoid exposure of direct heat and to take care of animals during extreme hot weather dated 18th April 2024, and so on. There are various advisories that are issued from time to time. So why we are mentioning all these things are, regularly a lot of efforts are being put. There are many, though one act, but that is very comprehensive act, which deals almost all the issues related to animals. And we have regulations, rules that is being, circulated from time to time. Many of us think, that there are lack of rules, lack of acts, lack of advisories, lack of regulations, circulars, but it's not true. The problem lies with the implementation. So there are so many rules that you cannot just, get away abusing an animal or inflicting pain on animal, or you can't just take animal as you like. You can't treat animal as you like, even in public place or private place, or even you cannot abuse your pets. There are very strict laws. But the problem lies with the implementation, seriousness in implementation and public awareness. So we'll also Animal Welfare Board has annual general meetings, which was held last year, that is 53rd annual general meeting on 22nd November. This year it's due. And apart from annual general meetings, there are also general meetings that are being held recently, 17th May 2024. 52nd general meeting was conducted. And apart from that, as we have seen, executive committee is also there. So recent meeting, 129th executive committee meeting was conducted on 11th June 2024. And performing animals committee meeting, that is given on a monthly basis, like shooting permissions or no objection certificates for performing animals, like exhibitions and film shooting, or any documentary shooting and all. They are issued on a monthly, as and when required, application issued. So those are also published on a monthly basis. And apart from that, there are annual reports that are brought up on a yearly basis. So the latest one is the annual report, which was brought up in 2022-2023 by Animal Welfare Board of India. And magazines are also brought out. Periodically. So the latest one is Animal Citizen. So that is from January 2014, the last issue. And there are also regular newsletters released by Animal Welfare Board of India with updates. Last one is around September 2019-20. And various press releases are released from time to time. And there are also a lot of services, like we have seen there is a wide scope for Animal Welfare Board of India. That is the only board, which takes care of, it's like a one-stop single window system or a one-stop solutions where, people can also apply. There are a lot of online services, for recognition, financial assistance, and also for taking permissions, like for performing animals, and also for honorary animal welfare representative and colony animal caretaker and for grievances related to animals and any cruelty related to animals. All these. So the board grants recognition to the newly started animal welfare organization. So if you are starting an NGO or an animal welfare organization, you can register yourself on the website online. For this purpose, the board has framed certain guidelines according to which the animal welfare organization has to submit the registration certificate under the Societies Registration Act or Trust Act and audited statement of accounts and annual reports for the last 3 years, 2 copies of memorandum of association or bylaws, and the animal welfare activities report. The animal welfare organization has to agree to nominate a representative of the AWBI on its managing executive committee and also for regular inspection of its function. The new organizations are inspected by the board members, authorized inspection agencies, and if the inspection report is satisfactory, then they are considered for the grant of recognition. So there are various guidelines for applying for various services, like there is an user guide for animal welfare organization or Gaushala for seeking board's recognition online, or guidelines for board recognition to animal welfare organizations or societies for prevention of cruelty to animals. And there is also guidelines or information about how to start an animal welfare organization, and also the documents required application form of hard copy, which you have to submit online, but you can also download a format and what are the various documents required in both Hindi and English. They are available so that you can prepare the documents accordingly, and various notices also for animal welfare organizations and renewal of the recognition for animal welfare organizations. Guidelines are available, and undertaking for categorization of recognized organizations as Gaushala. If there is already an organization that has to be recognized, and we can also get the list of animal welfare board registered organizations whose recognition is valid till the latest one. Now, as of now, we have till 30th September 2024, the updated list and list of animal welfare board recognized organizations. And we can also get the list of derecognized or blacklisted or suspended organizations. So all these can be accessed online. So these are the various functions and services provided by the Animal Welfare Board. So financial assistance is also provided, as already mentioned. One of the most important functions of the board is to provide financial assistance to the recognized animal welfare organizations. The applications in the prescribed format received from the animal welfare organizations are scrutinized, and eligible applications are placed before the board for sanction of grant. Financial assistance is released in 2 installments after obtaining the audited statement of accounts and utilization certificate for the earlier grants and satisfactory inspection reports. The board provides financial assistance in AWOs under various schemes. It is regular grant, rescue cattle grant, provisions of shelter, provision or shelter house for looking after the animals, animal birth control ABC program, provision of ambulance for the animals in distress, and natural calamity grant. So any of these grants you can also apply online and also get information. And also for obtaining permissions for, performing animals, like for shootings and for exhibitions and for melas and all. The elephant owners should submit the elephant documents, that is movement register, feeding register, disease and treatment record, vaccination record, work register containing the name of the elephant and the microchip number on all pages. The puppy below the age of 3 months will not be permitted as performing animals, as they can be easily infected by various diseases. The puppy should mandatorily be administered with the anti-rabies vaccine after completion of 3 months. And the AWBI only accept the application of PSP and NOC, which are received directly from the producer or production company or authorized person on behalf of the production company. So the board has no agent, middleman, broker, or authorized person in any place, and all persons posing such as are imposters. So you have to apply it directly online on the Animal Welfare Board website for performing animals permission. All the producers are informed that AWBI henceforth will not consider any direct NOC without obtaining the pre-shoot permission except the background scene, computer graphic scene, stock shots, and foreign shoot. So the applicant has to submit the dog cat vaccination record clearly visible along with pre-shoot permission. The owner has to submit a self-declaration regarding transportation of animals that no cruelty was inflicted to animals during transportation, along with the photographs of the animals while loading, unloading, and during transportation. So we have various acts and rules. As already mentioned earlier, so all these are applicable, like Prevention to Cruelty to Animals Act 1960, Performing Animals Registration Rules 1973, the Performing Animal Registration Rules 2001, the Performing Animal Registration Amendment Rules 2002, Transport of Animal Rules 1978, the Transport of Animal Amendment Rules 2001, the Transport of Animal Amendment Rules 2009, the Prevention to Cruelty to Animals, Transport of Animals on Foot Rules 2001, the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, the Wildlife Protection Amendment Act 2002, the Wildlife Protection Amendment Act 2006, Cinematograph Act 1952, and notifications dated 14/10/1998 regarding the ban on use of performing animal, and also notification dated 11th July 2011 regarding ban on use of performing animals, guidelines of the Ministry of Environment and Forests dated 8th January 2008 for elephants, and so on. These are various rules and regulations that apply for performing animals, but are not limited to this. So all the applications should go online only, no hard copies or no via post or email is permitted. So for application pre-shoot permissions, application fees is 25,000 to be paid along with the application, and along with that, there should be a pre-shoot fitness certificate, model authorization. There is an authorization letter to be provided by the authorized signatory. A model is also available, and also shooting intimation should be provided along with the self-declaration of the pre-shoot permission. So all the formats are available. And for no objection certificate, for pre-shoot permission, application fees is 30,000 to be paid by direct post-shoot, no objection certificate along with application fee, and post-shoot fitness certificate in Part B has to be submitted, along with the shooting intimation, authorization letter to be provided by the authorized signatory, and for self-declaration for post-shoot permission. And apart from that, other for race horses. So application for registration of race horses as performing animals. Application fees is 2,000 per horse as required to be paid along with the application. For animals like dog shows and all. For events, application fees of 5,000 has to be paid along with the application. And for registration of polo ponies, application fees of 2,000 per horse is required to be paid along with the application. And for registration of elephants in safari rides, application fees of 5,000 is required to be paid along with the application. And for performing animals in circuses, application fees of 5,000 is required to be paid along with the application for getting permission. These are all for different categories, different animals, and the application fees to be paid for each event based on the duration of the event and number of animals and the kind of animals involved and the kind of activity. So regarding the transportation of animal from one place to other, there is a pro forma to be issued under Rule 96 of Transport of Animal Rules 2001. And as per those rules, the animal should be transported. Any violation will lead to attract legal provisions. And coming to application form, or applying for honorary animal welfare representative, that also needs to be applied online. So you can apply if you are eligible. And you can also get the list of applicants or honorary animal welfare representatives who are suspended, debarred, on hold for violating the rules and regulations. You can get all the details like, date of nomination and, their validity, their names and ID card numbers, which state or district they belong to, along with their contact numbers and email IDs. So that you can utilize their services and guidance. And for colony animal caretaker, you can apply. And once approved, you can also get a colony animal caretaker card. And you can also get the list of colony animal caretakers. So if you are taking care of animals in your colony, you can get it registered yourself on Animal Welfare Board of India website. So why this? First thing is you will get support if you require, and you will be recognized so that you can take it up, so that if there is an issue or any concern, any representation that is required, you can also consult concerned authorities and show that you are also a recognized person by Animal Welfare Board of India for the services under which your registration is valid, and you can provide the services without much hindrance. And you can also, if there is any grievance or complaint, you can also, put your grievance. And if you see of anyone committing cruelty, abuse towards animals, and such cases also, whenever a complaint is filed, the details can be also obtained from the website online. Or you can also lodge cruelty complaint online with evidences if you have any like photo, videos, or anything. And you can lodge complaint online. If you see any animals, whether it may be pets or farm animals or wildlife animals. So these are the various facilities and provisions provided by the Animal Welfare Board of India, which is under the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy, which is presently located at Faridabad, Haryana. The office is open from Monday to Friday, 9 to 5:30 p.m., 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. On Saturday, Sunday, and government holidays, it is off. So you can get further details from the Animal Welfare Board of India website. So for all the animal welfare activists or lovers, this is very much essential information where, in fact, you can go and get all the information. And you can also register yourselves. And this year, there is also Animal Welfare Board of India Awards for Animal Welfare and Protection 2024. And the last date is also extended up to 15th November 2024. If you know anyone or if you are working in animal welfare, you can also nominate yourself or others for these awards. And there are also various training available. And there is also a course provided by IGNO through open and distance learning, which is also endorsed by Animal Welfare Board of India, which is PG Diploma in Animal Welfare. If you are interested, you can also apply. That is offered in 2 sessions, January and July, June and July. So you can also apply online, and that is very much recognized by Animal Welfare Board of India. Even I also have completed that course. And there are also various courses offered by various organizations, but those are not directly recognized by Animal Welfare of India. Like Nalsar University also offers courses on animal welfare, animal rights, and similarly, various other organizations also offer. But this is only one such course that is recognized, that is endorsed by Animal Welfare Board of India. And it's a very nice course, as I also did it. In fact, I am one of the first batch when it was launched. I was part of the first batch who have applied and completed the course also. We had some 1,000 professionals from across India and also abroad. As far as I know, it may be more also, but so that's a very good course if you want, if you are interested in animal welfare. you can also enroll and complete it. So that will help you with lot of insights. And apart from that, yeah, anyone presenters who have registered for the presentations can share your details in the chat box. So we can invite you for the presentations. Tomorrow, we will be dealing with in detail about PCA Act, Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act. We will also look at various aspects that are covered in this act. And if you have any queries, suggestions, or any feedback, you can share today. We have some time. There are no presenters. We see a lot of presenters have registered, but what happened? You're not ready with your presentations. Or anything you would like to know or learn, you are welcome to ask in chat box. We'll be happy. Okay, then if there are no presentations as of now, so we will close it today for the day, and tomorrow we'll have detailed session on prevention of cruelty to Animals Act, and also we will look at the guidelines. There are certain manuals available, like how to handle dogs, how to maintain elephants, and so on. Tomorrow we will look at these. And there is also animal assistant interventions and therapies that are available. So tomorrow we'll take it up. It's our responsibility to organize more such sessions and awareness programs, because we are not taking care of our nature, and because of that Before closing today's session, we'll look at one more organization, which is Central Zoo Authority, in short known as CZA, which is a statutory body of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India. The Indian Board for Wildlife reconstituted its zoo wing as the expert group on the zoos at its ninth session held on 18th November 1972 at New Delhi to make detailed study for setting up and maintenance of zoos in the country. The expert group on zoos submitted its report on June 1973, which was accepted by the board in its meeting in November 1973. The report recommended setting up of a central agency, it is Zoo Grants Commission, and to give effect to this recommendation, the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 was amended through an amendment act in the year 1991. A separate chapter, Chapter 4A, contains Section 38A to 38J, was added to the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 for establishment of the Central Zoo Authority in India. Accordingly, the Central Zoo Authority was established as a statutory body under Ministry of Environment and Forests by Government of India in the year 1992. The authority consists of a chairman, 10 members, and a member secretary. The main objective of this authority is to complement and strengthen the national effort in conservation of the rich biodiversity of the country, particularly the fauna as per the National Zoo Policy 1998. Other objectives of this authority include enforcing minimum standards and norms for upkeep and healthy care of animals in Indian zoos and to control mushrooming of unplanned and ill-conceived zoos. For the overall management of the animals housed in the Indian zoos, so every zoo in the country is required to obtain recognition from the authority for its operation. The authority evaluates the zoos with reference to the parameters prescribed under the rules and grants recognition accordingly. The authority's role is more of a facilitator than a regulator. It therefore provides technical and financial assistance to such zoos which have the potential to attain the desired standard in animal management Apart from the primary function of grant of recognition, the Central Zoo Authority also regulates the exchange of animals of endangered category listed under Schedule 1 and 2 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 among zoos. So exchange of animals between Indian and foreign zoos is also approved by the authority before the requested clearances under exim policy, and the site's permits are issued by the competent authority. The authority also coordinates and implements programs on capacity building of zoo personnel, plant conservation, breeding programs, and ex situ research, including biotechnological intervention for conservation of species, for complementing in situ conservation efforts in the country. The vision of CZA is the zoo will have healthy animals in an ecosystem-based naturalistic enclosure, be supportive to in situ conservation with competent and content staff, good educational and interpretative facilities, have the support of people, and be self-sufficient. The mission of CZA is the Central Zoo Authority mission is to provide better upkeep and veterinary care to the wild animals housed in zoos in India to ensure their conservation through best practices of management and bringing education and awareness among the people. The functions include, but not limited to, the authority has assigned following functions under Section 38C of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Specify the minimum standards for housing, upkeep, and veterinary care of animals kept in zoos. Evaluate and assess the functioning of the zoos with respect to the prescribed standards or norms. To recognize or de-recognize zoos. To identify endangered species of wild animals for the purposes of captive breeding and assigning responsibility in this regard to a zoo. To coordinate the acquisition, exchange, and loaning of animals for breeding purpose, to ensure maintenance of stud books of endangered species of wild animals bred in captivity, to identify priorities and themes with regard to display of captive animals in zoos, to coordinate training of zoo personnel in India and outside India, to coordinate research in captive breeding and educational programs for the purpose of zoos, to provide technical and other assistance to zoos for their proper management and development on science lines, to perform such other functions as may be necessary to carry out the purpose of this act with regard to zoos, and so on. So the constitution of Central Zoo Authority includes chairperson, who is presently Shri Bhupender Yadav, Honorable Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Secretary, Ms. Leena Nandan, Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change, Government of India. And Shri Jitender Kumar, DGF and SS, Ministry of Environment and Forests and Climate Change, Government of India. Shri Anjan Kumar Mohanty, ADG Wildlife, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India. Shri Pawar Pandey, ASFA, Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change. Shri Virendra R. Tiwari, Director, WII, Dehradun, Uttarakhand. Dr. Dhriti Banerjee, Director, Zoological Survey of India. Mr. Rajiv Memani, Vice President, Confederation of Indian Industry, New Delhi. Dr. Subir S. Majumdar, Director General, Gujarat Biotechnological University, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Shri Amitabh Agnihotri, Principal, Chief Conservator of Forests and Director, retired, SFRI, Jabalpur, MP. Dr. Ranjana Gupta, Principal and Chief Conservator of Forests and Chief Wildlife Warden, retired, Guwahati, Assam. Dr. Sanjay Shukla, IFS, Member Secretary, Central Zoo Authority, Government of India. These are the board members and constitution. The organization structure or organogram of Central Zoo Authority. It is headed by the Chairman, Central Zoo Authority, who is Honorable Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India. Under him, the Member Secretary, Central Zoo Authority, and under him, Deputy Inspector General, DIG, Headquarters, and Private Secretary, Personal Assistant, and DIG is having secretarial staff, private secretary, and also the technical departments include evaluating monitoring officer, scientific officer, law officer, data processing assistant, veterinary consultant, finance officer, and various other departments. Coming to committees of Central Zoo Authority. Central Zoo Authority was recently reconstituted on 13th September 2023. Technical Committee of Central Zoo Authority was reconstituted on 15th September 2023. Administrative Committee of Central Zoo Authority was reconstituted on 15th September 2023. Expert Group on Zoo Designing was reconstituted on 15th September 2023. These are the 4 committees. And annual reports are produced on Central Zoo Authority, on zoos, and also annual inventory of animals are also regularly published by Central Zoo Authority. It also provides information on various zoos in India, which are recognized by Central Zoo Authority. We have around every state, we have at least one and more. You can also obtain information about various zoos located across the nation. And as part of development and planning, CZA regularly issues guidelines on development and planning of zoos, and it also approves master layout plan of zoos and exhibit design of zoos and animal exchange between zoos and international cooperation and conservation of breeding programs and stud books of endangered species. Also promotes research and education, capacity building, and various rules and regulations under which CZA functions or governs our National Zoo Policy 1998, National Wildlife Action Plan, Wildlife Protection Act 1972, recognition of zoo rules, and CITES guidelines for management of zoos. There are few more organizations which are related to that, like Association of Zoos and Aquariums, and International Zoo Educators Association. We are interested. There are a lot of carriers also working with animals. So hopefully, maybe tomorrow or in coming sessions, we'll also have an exclusive session through animal welfare also by engaging in various capacities like, like a volunteer, or you can also earn your livelihood. So we'll also take it up in coming days. So that you can also be part of it. And almost every state also has a website dedicated to zoo where you can also see animals virtually. And though some websites provided, some are still updating. So I think with this, if there are any presenters, we can invite you for the presentations. You can share your details. If not, we'll close the session. We'll watch one more short video.
Severely injured in a 5-alarm fire. The guide dog remains in critical condition, but the little girl has fully recovered.
Amigos, este perro es un verdadero héroe. El nombre del perro es Ace. Y en este
Le chien s'appelle Ace et actuellement, des foules de gens bienveillants veillent devant sa chambre d'hôpital.
einer nationalen Wohltätigkeitsorganisation mit Sitz in Florida ausgebildet, wo er mit seinem
Like Flash, every guide dog helps someone with sight loss live the life they choose. Guide dogs.
Discover how we breed, raise and train a guide dog.
The puppy raisers have played a huge part, the fosterers, the trainers.
It's a feeling of contributing, really.
But what does it take to create a life-changing partnership?
I had a tear in my eye because it was very difficult parting with him.
It took a lot of work to really build our working partnership. He's already opened up the world to me in a way that I didn't know was possible.
Including unseen footage, fascinating insights, and inspiring stories.
My life's changed so much.